Hello everybody and welcome to episode 18 of Stoneblock. In between episodes, we did a live stream that was on Friday. I'm recording this on Monday. And we did a little bit of work here, and I also have that thing to show you over there that looks horrible with the facades. But we did a change of this into treated wood. And what I want to show you is a new mod that I installed. It's not necessarily that new, but it's called Lag Goggles. And it allows you to go around the world or profile your world and then see how much entities are lagging your game, of how many milliseconds of delay they're creating. So we're gonna probably today remove all of these cloches because they're the laggiest thing in the base currently, mostly. But one thing that was causing a problem, for example, is a cobblestone generator. This guy, the tier 5, that's causing like 150 milliseconds of delay. And let's just do this. I have a button here that you click, and then you can scroll the time to increase it or decrease it, but 30 seconds is the default, so I just do 30 seconds, and then you select world, and it's gonna do in 30 seconds all of the entities in the world. So I will be back once this is done. There we go, it's almost done. 1 second, 0, and then you can analyze the results, and you can see, for example, the thermal expansion crafter is causing the most of the delay, but these are blue sunrise immersive engineering common blocks are causing 1,500 microseconds, I think would be the correct, or I don't know, but it causes quite a bit of delay. And even the EnderIO conduits are quite laggy, but you can see that a few things go, like if it's over 20, it starts getting super orange, but like if you go down to 1, then 2, it's all good. And then around like 10-ish, it turns into yellow colored, and then it goes towards orange to super red. So then you can see a lot of little blocky bits. For example, this empower is causing 8. I would assume that's microseconds because that's the same thing that they use in the EnderIO mod for micro infinity. But for example, 27 are from this EnderIO tank for some reason. It has nothing inside of it, and it's trying to pull out empty liquids, and I don't know if that is causing a problem. There should be my thingy, enchant. I don't know where the whatchamacallit is. My experience obelisk. Don't know where that is. But for example, the cloches, they're all over 20 pretty much, so we gotta get rid of those. And also these crafters, some of them are causing quite a bit of delay. So we're going to get rid of those eventually as well because they're going to do this. And over here I set up, let me just, can I hide and then show them? Yeah, okay. So let's just hide the results for a second. But I set up a system where we export blocks of coal into a redstone furnace with the pyrolytic conversion augment. And that is crafting treated wood. And in the time that I played after, it made 6,200 treated wood. So that's really cool. And I might just leave this, do a bit more work, and then we won't need that much more treated wood. But it's a really nice block that I've been using, so it's really cool. We have this crafter making us oak planks, and then this guy combines that with creosote oil. And that is all connected in the back. It's just some importers, exporters, and stuff like that. And I can show you with just grabbing this and possibly grabbing that as well. But over here you can see I'm exporting, and then I'm importing the coal coke. And over here, I am exporting the treated wood, and the imports are from these conduits over here. So we're exporting the wood into here, and then extracting it into here. And from here, we extract the treated wood, the creosote oil that is then converted into the thing to make the treated planks. There we go. And I think if I do a show, whoops, that was the wrong button, show. Like these conveyor belts are causing lag. I assume, that is my assumption is that this has items that this conveyor thinks it can pull out, and it's trying to pull them out. So I don't know how to solve this with a compactor. I mean, what we can do is, I don't know, really. What we could have done, like it's a chest here, and then it goes into or an impulse hopper, for example. Because we still have some space here that we can move this like forward a bit. But I removed the material stoner factories from everywhere because those are causing the most lag. And I don't think I have any more in the world. There's also something red over there. Yeah, I know what it is. But here I remove these because everything from here we can make from chickens and from cobblestone if we want, for example, a bunch of gravel. But I think we have Like we have 2.4 million gravel. We're never gonna need more than that. And we're gonna probably get it from another quarry at some point. But over here, if we go down and not try to touch the wither skeleton or the nether star generator. But again, cloches, crafter, these are all causing lag because they're filling up and they have items that they can push out and stuff like that. But I kind of, we just need to remove these for now. And we get a bunch of gas essence, so we can just do a little bit of this. I think those are gas tiers. There we go. Come on, you can do it. I know you can. There you go. Okay, I'll craft that in a bit. But even over here, you remember we had we set up that the thingy with the barrels. I just have a soul sand chicken, and apparently this is extracting all of the soul sand ever, and this is now super full of soul sand. We need a limited item filter on the insert, and we need to say 1 stack of soul sand. And these, like, well, while I relog, these disconnect for some reason. So what we might do actually is grab a capacitor bank. Let's just grab 3, and we can toss this guy on top. We're gonna disable the thingy on the thingy and then add that on top, because they just disconnect for some reason. Or maybe it's due to me running the profiler or something, but they are disconnecting and I don't like it, and we'll see if this fixes it. But it should be good. Come on, break, there you go. And another capacitor bank on top of here with a flux point like so. So this crafter then needs to process all of these, and we can just extract all of the soul sand and put it in the system, and also the gas tiers, and extract more, and then it should just, if we give it a stack, be good. And I think the 1 chicken is enough. We might need 2, but I think 1 was enough. And you can see chickens make very little lag for what they do. So we have a sand chicken that is producing sand, so we don't need a material stone refractory for sand. And there are silicon chickens and stuff like that, but I think this is, it might be producing enough. I'm not sure. If we need 2, I can just add another one on top and that should be fine. We can also hide these results so you can actually see things. But this sink needs to go away. I'm going to fill this with stone and remove this. And also I am breeding a gas tier chicken, so we can solve the gas tier problem over there. I needed to breed a blaze chicken and I believe a glass chicken to get that. And also, yeah, I have these 16 glass chickens, which are going to make the glass instead of using the material stone factory. And over here, if we go inside, I have a gas tier chicken breeding. So I'm going to breed those to 10, 10, 10. I also have sulfur chickens, slime chickens, Constantin chickens, diamond chickens, silver chickens. I've just been going through, if I look at Roost mod, I've just been going here. For example, there's Surfel, Blaze, Diamond, Slime, Constantin, and then I got stuck at Constantin because it filled up all of my breeders. And then I'm going to go with Electrum and so forth. I'm just going across the line. So we're kind of halfway there because we have all of these chickens up top. And then we need a few of the, we're going to get into some of the alloys and the obsidian, prismarine, stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to be breeding things in between cuts here and setting up that. And I'm also going to go break all of the cloches because we have the, like if we look at ingots, we have tens of thousands of different ingots. Or not really tens of thousands, but we have, yeah, over 10,000 of pretty much every ingot almost. And we are good on that. So what I can do is I can just remove all of these cloches, and we're not really using anything, to be honest. We can make water essence, like we can do things the other way, or this water just makes water buckets or clay, which we can make with a chicken. So a lot of these are going to become obsolete, and I can just leave them in the drawers until we use them up or something. So yeah, that should be good. I bred up the gas chickens, they're over here, and I want to address a commenter. He said that I should be putting these chickens that are that I was throwing in the trash can into a redstone furnace with a trivection upgrade, just to get some chicken, because we can. And we can turn that chicken into a better pizza at some point, because there's this meat feast pizza, which is all of the meats. We have the steak, we're getting that from the essences, or we have a bunch of steak in the system, I think. And then we also have the pork chops, we have the salt, we can make the salt, And then it's just curry powder, ginger, or mustard seeds, which we can grow if we need to. And we could turn that into a good old meat feast pizza. But what I've been just doing is just tossing everything that is here, and it's just being cooked up in the furnace and then stored into here. And now we can take another roost. I think I have some more made. Yep, there we go. And I have the gas tier chickens in here. They can breed up more. I don't know if we're gonna need more than 16 over there, if it's gonna be enough to provide enough of the gas tiers to get that going, but we can install that in a second over here. Just as soon as we get over it. And bam. So this has probably used up everything. It has not. Why are you? Oh, because it's not putting the thing inside. Okay, so let's grab this crate. We're still gonna need the crafter though. Yeah, we still need the crafter. So we can put that somewhere. Let's grab some stone first. Hold up. We're gonna do this together. So stone and conduits is what we need actually. And I'm gonna need more than one roost, yeah, because we need I need the chickens for that. So we can get 2 of you, and one can make glass, the other can make gas tiers. We can take this crafter, put it over here, and we can just say extract, always active, insert, and actually, let's just do this. Let's put 2 conduits down here, and we're gonna say insert on red, extract on red, and extract extract on red. So that all should go in here. We don't need the gassed essence, but it's making the glass, so that should be good. And the gassed essence is just gonna get used up, or we can just take it out and then forget this and say, okay, this is putting gas tiers in. Let's do gassed glass, glass pane, grab some stone just to block it off, and then do a remember. There we go, because we don't need the gas tier essence. And also we don't need this recipe, so we can just forget that and apply and set up another filter again. Goddamn. I don't know why the forgetting of the recipe does the whole thing. Or it forgets the remember layout. I don't know why I just click that, but if I do that and then forget and then apply on the recipe, it forgets the recipe. So that should be good on the glass panes. The gas tiers should be made, and then we can just say an extract. We need a limited item filter, which is in my inventory. We can say it on the insert on the green and say extract up, always active. So that should extract a stack of end crystals into there and craft up some more as we get more glass. So we might be limited on glass here through the speed of the gas tier chicken is gonna make enough gas tiers, it looks like it. So we might need a few more glass chickens because it makes 3 glass at a time. We can just give it a bit of a boost. Just do that. So I can toss the gas tiers in. Yeah, we might be limited on glass. We'll see, but it doesn't matter if it's limited on glass or anything because it's just gonna make it as fast as it can make it. So that should be fine, I think. Yeah, we'll see. It's fine. It doesn't. We don't need things any faster than this. Okay, I did a bit of breeding for the chickens, and I have here a few ones going. I have the Constantin on 10-10-10. It's just making the 16 that I need to put into the thing. The same with the slime. Diamonds, I have 7 in here, and the rest are going to breed up. I have Prismarine that I need to level up with their 111s. I have Obsidian ones. I have Salt, Energetic Alloy, and Electrum chickens. So those are really cool. And over here, we need to sort out our sand and stone problem. I mean, to be honest, we only needed the iron ore to get us going with the wood, and I don't think we're gonna do anything more with wood because all of the mob drops we can now make through chickens, and we're not really gonna need to run the mob farm anymore. We're just gonna leave the mob farm there, I think, and it's just gonna keep running. And we could change this system over here to be just ore doubling. Just take the ore, process it in either a pulverizer in a redstone furnace and a sag mill or something. So we don't necessarily even need these sand chickens. Even though I kind of like this system, but we can just remove it, to be honest. So let me get on with that. I'll craft up some machines, and maybe we're gonna make this room a bit smaller because I don't think I'm gonna need to have one of the machines for each thing, because I think we can process it faster than the sieves can make it. And it might be even better to just have the sieves running rather than having the compactor trying to extract things that can't be extracted, but I don't know. So let me get on with this and we'll see what I can come up with. I got a bit of a working system here. I have redstone furnaces and pulverizers. They both have 2 spectre coils. One is underneath. As you can see, there's now a border around this, because if I take this out, for example, it makes a border. So it has a spectre coil underneath. I think it looks fine even with that. And we need to process all of these ores now. And how I have it set up is I'm whitelisting all of the chunks in the different pulverizers, and then in the servos, or apparently this lead wants to go back in, but I think it's gonna find it impossible to go in. Or not. Apparently okay. Sure, it went in here. But what I want to do now is I want to just grab, let's say, iron, and we're just going to filter this one on iron. Then we're going to grab one of each. And we can filter, let's say we did iron, let's do gold. Let's just set these up in a little bit of an order. And which ones do we have the least amount of? Like, I think that is tin and nickel. Is this nickel? No, the third. That is osmium. Okay, so let's do this. Let's put osmium in here. And let's just do an extract ignored. Oh, apparently things can go into the conduit things. Oh, no, stop. It's putting things in all of the places. Hold up. No, stop it. Stop processing copper. Stop it. Okay. We need to blacklist any ore, so we can do use ore dictionary. I think 1 ore should be enough to blacklist everything, hopefully. We'll see. But yeah, let me get these filtered up with all the different ores and start getting these processed, and we should be good. Down by the pulverizers and the redstone furnaces, it's much too difficult to deal with all of the filters and go in each thing going into the right spot. So I just set up this really fast. I made some enhanced tag mills, which are really easy to make. If we look at enhanced over here, we can make them with enhanced machine chassis, some end steel, and the gears that I already get from the mob farm or from the loot bag opener. And these enhanced ones is just end steel chassis, which is end steel. And then the enhanced die blend, which is grains of piezoality, which is pulsating crystals ground down in a sag mill, which is super simple. So I made those, and also the alloy smelters, and these are now processing. This is the kind of in-between backlog, because the alloy smelters are a bit slower. We could also grab a couple of just furnaces, to be honest, and just run the furnaces here. What if I craft... Will it be too difficult to craft 2 more ultimate furnaces? Ultimate furnace. Will that be... Does it require a lot of things? It's just crafting like this. So we just need 2 of those. And then 2 of that, because we don't have blocks. We're going to need to make 2 sets of block for each kind of the things. So that's fine. So prudentium. And then we need these guys. And then these. Because I don't have all of these in compacting drawers. I have just the first one. And then the supremium requires 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks total, I think. And then we're going to need the block for this. So 7, 8 blocks total to make the ultimate one. So then we were setting up these. And then this. And the supremium one. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Supremium, I said. And then ultimate. Awesome. That was super simple. And we can grab one of those, I think it's called a coil, this guy, wireless coil. Oh, it's iron bars. Iron bars. I have some in a resonator. It's like that. And we could just do boop, boop. That was one. Boop, boop. That was the second. Okay. And I can clean these guys up in a moment, but we're just going to take those, put that there, say coil and coil. And that should start extracting the right stuff, right? Oh, of course it extracts the coil, and I'm have to put things in from the top and not the, and then extract out the bottom, and okay, I'm not gonna do this. It's too much work. Let's just put this guy back. What are you? You're copper, so let's put you on the top, and then you down here. it's too much work. This is going to process over time. We're going to process all of the ores and we should be fine. It's just going to take time. So yeah, not going to bother with that. Okay, we have 2 more furnaces and I want those crates back because now that I changed the other system, we're going to be processing the crushed quartz into black quartz. So I decided to just extract all of the black quartz, or the crushed one, out into a drawer, and I put it into this ultimate furnace, which smelted it up, put it in the ender chest, and then we're good, like so. Sweet. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this basically, and I don't know what I want to do next. Maybe breed some more chickens, or just try something else. Maybe do autocrafting for AE could be cool. I will see, and I will show it to you once I have something. I decided we're gonna do some autocrafting today, and we're gonna get all of these set up downstairs in the kind of AE cave section. And I made a few terminals here. I also made a couple more drives, and I cleaned it up, and it's nice and green colored now. And you can do that by adding a colored cable behind. It could be a smart cable. I just have those so I can see how many channels I'm using, but it could be just a regular cable. And what I noticed is that there's a universal terminal. As you can see, it has modules installed like item, fluid, gas, and crafting. And you can combine a crafting terminal with, for example, a fluid terminal and a gas terminal, like so. And then you get a universal terminal. And it's currently selected on crafting, and then I can sneak right click, and now it's fluids. We don't have any fluids, but I have a fluid terminal here, which we can access. Also a gas terminal, which we can access, because I think there's gases in mechanism that we might need. So I have those. I could also just add in a regular terminal, I think, but this works. It keeps every setting basically. So it keeps all of the, I believe it keeps all of the infinity boosters. It says 0 units now. Oh, it might have removed all of the infinity boosters that I had. Interesting. Because I tested with the other one and I didn't look like it removed it. I'm not sure, but it doesn't really matter. We are getting infinity cards anyway, so we have 14,000 units and it should be fine. We have a magnet card. It kept the magnet card. It just deleted the infinity energy. Okay, so that's fine. The magnet card still, I don't know how exactly it works. There's a filter, but it's not inputting things into the system. I ignore metadata. Just, I don't know. Like I have cobblestone and stone filter, but it never went into the system. So maybe we can just toss this in. It doesn't really matter. But it stays the same. We have a universal terminal now. We can do gases and fluids, which is really nice. So down here, I've made some molecular assemblers and some ME interfaces, and I'm going to be possibly making more than just those because that might not be enough crafting for what we need. But basically, each interface can be connected to a molecular assembler, and the molecular assembler is kind of like an auto crafter for just one recipe, and it can be accelerated with acceleration cards like that, and we're going to do that for all of them basically. But you could have this. You could have an interface and then connect it to it for molecular assemblers. So if you can have 9 recipes in each interface. So if, for example, you would trigger all four different recipes in the same interface, it would go into each one of the molecular assemblers and craft pretty fast. So we could do like pillars of these, and you could do, I think, 32 tall pillars because each interface takes 1 channel and the molecular assembler doesn't take a channel. So I have done this in the past of having them set up like this. And that way you just have all of the crafting and all of the patterns for everything, which requires quite a bit of acceleration cards, which we can craft, so it's fine. I could do just interfaces like this and assemblers on each side, and then have those, because that kind of looks okay. And we could sneak in an assembler in the back, because you can't really see that. So I'm not sure yet. A lot of people do this, though. They put 2 interfaces and assemblers, and then they alternate. And that way, basically, each interface gets, I think, at least 3 assemblers attached to it. So they do this, which also looks okay, but I'm not really sold on any of them, to be honest. So if you have any ideas in the comments, let me know what is the fastest way to set this, or what is the best way, in your opinion, to set this. So yeah, let me know on that. But I'm going to start putting them in here somewhere. I'm going to grab some wood that I have here, and I'm going to make another little thingy-mabob and do it so we can have, like, for example, one side could take 32 channels, hopefully. We'll see, maybe 8 tall, and then a couple of 8 talls and like that. I'm not sure. We'll see. I had the idea of setting 8 interfaces up and using those as kind of like support pillars maybe for this cave, because it's a bit taller. I don't know, kind of looks okay, I think. So let me know what you think about this. And I have it all wired up over here. They are all connected with dense MEK cable, conduit, that's the word. And then it goes over here and it's connected to this guy, and I just had to use the Yetto wrench, because if you place conduits, if you want to run 2 conduit lines that are wired next to one another, you just have to do this with a Yetto wrench, and there you go, it's disconnected. So that's nice. And we are using 32 of 32 channels on this end because of the 8 interfaces being in each one. Now I need to go craft a bunch of acceleration cards. It's 5 per molecular assembler, and we have, so that would be 10, 20 per layer, and we have 32 layers, so 20 times 32, and I'm gonna need to craft all of the acceleration cards and insert them all into the system, and then we can start making some patterns. All 32 are equipped with acceleration cards, and you can see them in here. It's 32 assemblers with 9 spots for each. And what you can do, instead of putting in patterns like this, that way you put them in the same interface, you can put them in columns. That way each pattern in consequence is in a different interface. So for example, if you want to do, let's say, solar panels, because they're one of the recipes, so we can try those. We put it here, and we first of all, okay, we need pattern, I can't type, and we need the AE pattern here, and we need to make a blank pattern and make a pattern for a blank pattern, and then we need to make a pattern for quartz glass, which we can say Ordic substitutions, and it's gonna do the Certus quartz dust and the quartz dust that we have, and we need to set up an automated system of making quartz dust. So we can do that. Actually, let's first of all give you a pattern, and then we can say pattern, and you can craft us 10 blank patterns. And we don't have crafting CPUs. Right. I forgot about that. So we need some crafting CPUs. So we're just gonna grab 2 of our storage cells because we're okay for storage right now. And we can just do boop, boop. And then we can grab, whatchamacallit, it's crafting this guy. We need crafting units, so we're gonna need a bunch of these cables. So we can do just a couple of 4 stacks, should be plenty. And then the crafting storage is just a crafting unit. So we need 2 of those, and we can craft those with these to make 64K crafting storage. And then you need the crafting monitors you don't need, but you do need the crafting co-processing units, which are engineering processors and crafting units. And let's just make a stack of these and then use those to make a stack of these. Because each co-processing unit is gonna allow it to do another step in the crafting operation. So we're gonna just, for now, just so we have it running, we're gonna go down here and we're gonna grab an empty channel of these, for example, bring it down, and we can set up this. Let's actually do 2 separate storages. So let's do that, and then we can do, it has to be a block form. So we can do that much for now. Do I have enough to do 2 layers on both? I think I do. You don't need that many co-processing units. It's just because I made so many, it's fine. And this one I think disappeared. Yep, there we go. So now that we have crafting storage, we can actually request, is there a thing where I can check? There's no crafting jobs active. So pattern, make me 10 blank patterns, please. There we go, 10 blank patterns. And it's so much faster than refined storage. Just so faster. So we need quartz glass. And for that should be good for the patterns. So if I now want another, let's say 50 patterns, there we go, they're done. Okay. And for example, let me make the solar, all of the panels or all of the patterns that we need for making solar panels. I think we might need induction smelter things for this, if I'm not mistaken, or did they remove it? Oh no, it's just crafting recipes. Okay. before last time I played with Solar Flux Reborn, making all of these cells you required induction smelters. So I think we should have everything ready, and I'm just gonna make the patterns real quick. Real quick. I now have all the recipes for everything that we need to make solar panels. So we could probably solar. Let's see if we have enough resources to craft one of these. We have the 10k wood that needs to be crafted. How much iron it's going to use? Only 2,000. That's not that much, actually. Okay, so let's start it up. And it should start crafting. It's going to make 10,000 planks, turn them into pistons, and then turn the planks into mirrors as well. And it's doing a lot of the different recipes at the same time. Basically everything that it can do. So that is neat. And this is going to just take 2 minutes to craft. So that should be fine. And we can have some solar panels. And I don't think we can have access to power right now through solar panels unless we put them in the mining dimension, which we might as well do, because these solar panels make 32,000 RF a tick, and we're gonna get 2 of them. So that's 64,000 RF a tick, which is more than what we're using for anything right now. Which means that if we could do those 2 solar panels and just remove the nether star generator down here. And we don't need to run that anymore, basically. If the solar panels are gonna be fine and loaded in the mining dimension, and that should be really cool. It is really close to being done now, and I just want to bring you in to see, because I love seeing everything being just complete, because it does that and then everything is done. So we're just gonna wait for a couple more seconds here, just so it crafts the rest of these solar panels, which should be not too long. There we go, and then it's done. So that's really cool. Solar. We can grab these 2 and then grab a flux. A flux plug will put it in directly into the network, so we don't really need to. I mean, we can do this. Let's grab a flux plug and a flux point, and we're gonna set up a specific network for solar power. So let's go into the mining dimension real fast. And we're just gonna put this maybe just on top of the portal, because we're opening chance cubes in here. And I don't want, because this is just, it's a horrible mess. We could put this like up at sky limit, or for now we can just do a flux plug. I don't know if these connect. That looks like they do. So they're generating 32,000, and this one's generating 32,000, and they have a different type of efficiency depending on the light level. So they're just gonna generate during the day or during the night. I want to see. Hold up. Let's conduct a test. If we go into the end, how do they run in the end? Is it gonna be like all the time running? What happened to my end portal? Evil tier. Hello end portal. Why you no work? You have the end stone. You have the end stone up top with this there. Oh, I just had to replace it apparently. Okay. Are you gonna teleport me already? Or does it need to finish? It needs to finish, okay. So let's go to the end and test them here, because we're not really gonna respawn the dragon at any point in time. So we should be good on that. Let's just see. If I put you down here, all the time, 100%. Amazing. Okay, so let's use, just put it over here, I think. Should be fine. Flux plug, boom, boom. And we can craft more solar panels as we need to. We can just say that, and we're gonna set up another channel, and we're gonna say solar power. There we go. And we're gonna say yellow for solar. This is gonna input from the charge here, and we can go back to base. And now it puts us at our bed, which is really nice. And we can grab this flux point, go into here. I moved my capacitor bank because I moved everything around. So we just have this here now, and we can remove this, put this here, say solar power, and that should be all good. It is outputting 17,000, and this is not transferring anything. Oh, let me go chunk load the solar panels real fast. They are hooked up. It is running. Our storage is full, and you can see here we're outputting through the solar panel, or we're inputting kind of into the storage, but it says an output because we're putting it through into the flux point and or flux plug, and then it's going through the flux point. So here we can see the input into the flux plug is around 30,000, which is going into the whatchamacallit, the wood farms here. And what we can do is go down here. This shouldn't be running, right? Yeah, we can take this down basically. And the nether stars, do we still need those in here? I don't think we need them in the chest anymore. So we can go, where are we putting this in? We're extracting out of the drawer by the mob farm. And looks like this, the soul sand chicken is keeping up. And this glass is also keeping up now that is, it has 16. Why are you not? Because you need nether stars here. Of course you do. And I didn't put an extract of here. We need an extract on red, always active. Ha! There you go. Now you're crafting. So that's why the glass backed up. Okay. So this should make a stack of those, and then it should fill in here. So if we grab a bit of glass here and just help the conduit a bit, we can do that. There we go. And we're going to see if that keeps up. I think it should because of the thing. But the gas is definitely keeping up because you have a surplus of gas tiers. But yeah, that's nice. Okay. I think this is going to be it for today. We did a little bit of autocrafting. We can have solar panel. We have solar power now. That doesn't discourage me of still going into the quest here and looking at power generation and trying to do this. And I also, I need to craft each one of the tiered solar panels to get the quests. Okay, before we end of the episode, let me go craft each one of these. I think I told it to make some more solars. Solar. Yeah, it made 2 more of these. So which one do we need? Solar 4. So let's do solar. That's the 4, right? So let's grab one of those, and that should craft. And I'm going to craft all of them and collect all of the loot chests and just have them completed, and then we can open them together. I collected all the loot chests from these quests, and we can open them right now. So we get some more Botania stuff, fluid displays, chance cubes, punji sticks, and fluid displays. Okay, nothing too interesting, so we can toss all of those in here and also grab the chance cubes because we've been using those in the streams. And I crafted a few more solar panels. I put it down 2 to craft, and then I needed to craft the rest of the ones for the quest, as I said. And then I just decided to craft those 2 because I basically ended up with 2 of those that make 8,000. So I just decided to craft another one of the solar panel 8. And we have 4 more of those that we can set up in the end. And I will go do that in between episodes. But with that, I want to really thank you all for watching. I am hoping you enjoyed today's episode, and I want to thank you for all of the lovely support that you've been giving me on YouTube, supporting me on Patreon. I even got my first donation on the YouTube streams. And with that, again, thank you for watching. I am hoping you enjoyed today's episode, and if you did, make sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing to see new videos, and I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.